Hi, I'm Trevor, the CEO of the same foundation. The donation we received from Interbet helped us in procuring vital, life-saving medical equipment and PPE for Tygerberg and Groote hospitals in the Western Cape. This was while the Western Cape was the epicenter of the pandemic. If you would like to get in touch or assist us in these projects, you can get hold of us on our website, which is www.samefoundation.org.za, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn.
Welcome back to the studio for the 8th race, the 8th and final race that's going to take place on Monday at Hollywood Bets Gravel on the turf, as you all know. It's the Hollywood Bets Bright Future FM 69 handicap for fillies and mares, a sprint to close the meeting, 1,200 metres, where the average merit rating is 71. 25 to 5, 16:35 is the off time. And my two horses here, Rahil, it's nowhere near as easy as that, but I'm going to be playing lightly going into the last leg, unless you talk me into adding in a few more. But I quite like Princess Donnelly from the Tinny Prinsloo stable. This is owned by Mr. Donnelly. Serena Mudley rides. He's ridden her once for one win. And this horse has won two out of her last three starts. She's neatly drawn. She's still well rated. And if she had to go on and win again, I certainly wouldn't be shocked. And then at the bottom of the page, number 13, Princess T, although she's got a bit of a deep draw, if Jason Gates is able to get this filly over from that gate, I think she's going to run an absolute cracker. Her post-maiden run to A Little Bit Naughty was very good, and we will of course know by now what A Little Bit Naughty has done or had done earlier on in the day to see what that form line's going to work out like. So for me, Princess T and Princess Donnelly, I'm going for the two princesses to fight out the race.
Yes, Warren, you could be right with the two princesses in the race. Princess Donnelly, she seemed to have turned the corner ever since going to Tinny Prinsloo. 2 wins out of her last 3 starts, as you mentioned. Definitely a horse that I think you got to respect. But I think even though last time out she did run in a more competitive race, average rating wise, that was an average rating of a 75. And she only had 52.5 on her back on that occasion. I think this time she's going to have a lot more to do with 59. She received 7 points for that victory when she beat Ancient Epic. Purple Merchant has come out to win from that form line. Definitely a horse that I respect, but I'll probably include into trifectas and quartets. The 2-horse Crazy Blues. Now, she's a 3-year-old daughter of William Longsword. She's only had 3 runs to date. In a penultimate run, when beaten by Miss Gibson, she was strongly fancied by the stable. Anton Marcus rode her on that occasion. She went off as favourite and she disappointed, beaten 4 lengths. Then last time out, she did beat a weak field, with no disrespect to the runners in that race, but it was a weak field. She was a favourite on that occasion. And I think that win would have done her confidence a world of good. Rachel Vinegar takes the 2.5 off her back, well drawn in gate 2. And I definitely think that Crazy Blues could be the likely improver in the race. She's unexposed, I'd say, with only 3 runs. So definitely a horse that I'm going to include and will be my narrow first choice in the race. In Bajeje, I think you can completely put a line through her last run. It wasn't her true potential. Well drawn in gate 1 with Muzieni aboard. I think the 1,200 meter trip is going to suit a lot better. Definitely a horse to include as well. Then the 4-horse Princess Donnelly will be my third choice. And then a roughie that I like in the race is the 6-horse Queen Niaba. Now she's dropped 17 points in the ratings from a mark of 80. She's on a mark of 63. 2 runs in the province and they've both been on the poly track. I'm going to take a stance and say that I don't think she quite enjoyed the surface. Back on the turf after a rest, I think it's going to suit her a lot better. And I definitely think that this 4-year-old daughter of Kings Barnes is a filly to keep a close eye on, and definitely a runner to include. Around 10 to 1 in the market, definitely worth the each way play in the last.
Yeah, you've certainly found us some nice value during the course of this race meeting. So number 6, Queen Niabi, at around 10 to 1 could be worth an each way little tickle. Okay, that's the 8th and final race for the race meeting at Hollywood Bets Gravel to start your week on Monday. Up next is the shortlist segment of our show.